till I get home with my lady. I kiss her on the cheek, sit down on the sofa, start lamenting. I said, baby, I'm so glad you're home. Oh, my week has been so long. She said, I know just what to do. Let me go get a glass for you and we'll be sipping on gin and tonic and dancing in the moonlight. Forget reality, cause I got you and you got me and we gon' be alright. Yeah, sipping on gin and tonic and dancing in the moonlight. Forget reality for tonight, cause I got you and we gon' be alright. Sit back, relax, enjoy the time, chillin' with my lady right by my side. She gets a little heavy-handed, but I'm experienced and I can stand it. I'm feeling so mellow, I just forgot about the week. Oh, I'm gonna pour another one or two for my boo. She'll take another one and we'll be sipping on gin and tonic and dancing in the moonlight. Forget reality, cause I got you and you got me and we gon' be alright. Yeah, sipping on gin and tonic and dancing in the moonlight. Forget reality for tonight, cause I got you and we gon' be alright. Just relaxing, sipping on gin with the tonic on the side and a lemon twist. Imagine this, yeah. Just relaxing, sipping on gin with the tonic on the side and a lemon twist. Imagine this, yeah. Sipping on gin and tonic and dancing in the moonlight. Forget reality, cause I got you and you got me and we gon' be alright. Yeah. Sipping on gin and tonic, dancing in the moonlight. Forget reality for tonight, cause I got you and we gon' be alright. Sipping on gin and tonic, sipping on, sipping on. Forget reality, cause I got you and you got me and we gon' be alright. Yeah, sipping on gin and tonic and dancing in the moonlight. Forget reality for tonight, cause I got you and we gon' be alright. Sipping on gin and tonic. Never thought I'd fallen in love again, no never, but my heart's been stolen again. This time, hope it lasts forever. We'll go beyond, 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 beyond. It's been a while now since love's been in this place. You see, many have tried, but no one could take your place, girl. Why you so beautiful? I see the future in your face, baby. Never in a million years I thought that you'd be mine, girl. That you'd be mine, girl. Never thought I would fall. No, never. But my heart's been stolen again. But my heart's been stolen. Last forever. We will go. Ooh, baby. We will go, baby. We keep going and growing, girl. The best thing is knowing, girl. Cause when we KISSING, all I can say is OMG. trust you, girl, with my life. I don't want nobody but you. I'ma put my ring on you. Never thought I'd no, never. Ooh, baby. Again. This time, hope it lasts forever. We'll go beyond. We will go so far. Beyond. You'll always find what you're looking for, and you ain't looking for a thing. We ain't looking for a thing. Yeah, you'll always find what you're looking for, and you ain't looking for a thing. Never thought I. No, never. Ooh, baby. Been stolen again. This time, hope it lasts forever. You hope, baby. I hope it lasts forever, girl. I hope it lasts forever, girl. Hey, 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 hey. We will go, baby. We will go, baby. Ooh, we will go, baby. We will go so far, baby. I hope it lasts forever, baby.
Anybody ever told ya what a woman really is? If you ever get the moment, show them how much they give. You're a shoulder I can cry on, arms I can embrace. Is to hear my deepest thoughts, protect her night and day. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing. I try to describe. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You have birthed the nations. A nurturer you are. You bless us with your wisdom, and you tended every scar. You have found me broken. You have shown me light. You ignited all my passions and loved me through the night. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing, cause you have given life. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. You are all amazing. I try to describe. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
To be a woman is to be blessed with unparalleled intuition, to be powerful, power independent of place or position. To be a woman is to be a mother, giving birth to sons and daughters, ideas, institutions, and business ventures. To be a woman is to be the current inspiration, the future aspiration of a young lady, of a little girl.
You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're a gem, a diamond flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You're a masterpiece of harmony, a melody of life. You're an African queen flower in spring, you're one of a kind. You are mother, sister, daughter, nieces, aunties, wives. So you are amazing. I try to describe you are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are. You are woman. Yes, you are, yes, you are. You are woman. You are woman. You are woman. You are. Yes, you are, yes, you are. You are woman. You are woman. You are woman. Hey. And when obstacles manifest as natural, you are born for this.
To be a woman is to be the heart of the system, to be the one who brings life into our world.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I'm your host, Neil, joined as always by my brother from another mother. Hi, you're a host, Derek.
I said what I said.
No.
The contaminated environment. Let's talk about that.
No. Hold up. Wait a minute. I love it, my brother. How are you doing?
Yes,
How is
sir.
everything? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
I am here, man. I am here and I am ready to crank. What is going on with you, my brother? I see my man Jerron in the house early.
Jerron in the building.
She's on Mac from in the house too.
Mackie B,
As is
man.
Marlon. I am happy to see the guys. Welcome, fellas. Good to see you. And my man says less snow on ice tonight, so feel free to drop some. Yeah, all right. I got some. Well, it might not be so deadly, but I got some hot ones to drop. Don't worry about it, my brother.
Mhm.
I send in the crank. I am here, man. Feeling a little better than last week.
Good,
A bit more energetic.
Rejuvenized.
Yeah, which is interesting because I actually got in a little run around with my boys at school today. They're all big on the football thing. They want to play football, so I decided give them a little taste of the skill, show them what really going on. So I had that with them today, and then I went to the gym after. Then I came home and finished writing for tonight, and I am here, man. Ready to go, ready to rock. What's going on with you, man?
I am blessed and highly flavored. I am good.
Yeah.
Life is good. Life is like you, I feel a little funky, but that's just life trying to do life things. Trying to worry about things that I really don't have any control about. But I am pretty good overall, It is always good to come here and do this with you, my brother. We really do enjoy it. And I'd be doing my work when the day come and I've got my headphones in and I'd be listening to, the content, right, of other people. And there are a lot of things we want to accomplish this year, a lot of things we should accomplish this year. We would like to accomplish this year in terms of the content we do and everything, but we can get there. Right now, it's not about us. It is about G-Syndicate. No. Tell us about the wonderful, sweet singing of those 6 handsome young men.
Yeah, man.
Use instruments from the moat. It's called acapella, right?
Acapella, some people call it.
Yeah, acapella.
But yeah, man. G-Syndicate. You can find us here on YouTube, G-Syndicate 6. Find us on everything at G-Syndicate 6. That's G-Syndicate6.com here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, everything, G-Syndicate6.com. Shout out to the guys, Kiomal, Vaden, Mark, Brett, Hugh. Shout them out. Big respects to them. We had a solid rehearsal last night, and it was pretty good, so I feel good about that. And also, if you guys notice, there are some links in the chat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We have been nominated. G-Syndicate has been nominated for R&B Artist of the Year. Well, we've been shortlisted, actually.
Yeah, shortlisted. Shortlisted.
Yeah. Feel free to go over there and give us some votes so that we can make the final list of nominees. Feel free to do that for us. We greatly appreciate it. You can do that right now. And also, we've been nominated for R&B Song of the Year with a collaboration we did with one more called Gin and Tonic.
Yes.
For the Chief, the Daddy and the Crank with G-Syndicate. So give that a nomination as well. Head on over. The links are right there. Hit the links. Go straight there. Give us a vote. We greatly appreciate it. And on the other side of that, we here, the Senate Podcast, we have been nominated.
Shortlisted
for Podcast of the Year.
Yes.
Feel free, folks, to hit that link and give us a vote to be, to win the category of Podcast of the Year. And, I will say without fear of or equivocation or anything like that, we are the most prolific podcast in Barbados.
I mean, we could say that without fear.
Sure, it is what it are until it aren't. All right. it is what it is. Even in the past couple of months where we have slowed down in terms of producing the shorts for you and stuff like that. You come here, you can spend days trying to just, swim through our content.
Yep.
We have 100. This is episode 188 of the live streams, Neil, of the live streams.
Just the live streams.
Just the live streams, and we ain't talking about the shorts yet, right?
Mm.
So if you're feeling your boys and the work that we do, yeah, cool down here. Don't worry, Jerome. Go ahead.
Ain't cool by Canadian standards, but don't
go ahead.
Let me be great. Allow me. But legit, right?
So if you're feeling your boys and the work that we've done over the past going on 2 years now, go hit the links at the top of the chat. Give your boys a vote. You can do that today. You can do it tomorrow, I believe, too.
Yeah.
Hit that vote. Give us your vote. We really appreciate it. Appreciate it a whole lot. And now that I see Kevin Manning in the chat, ladies and gents, he has given me some good news, and I will say it to you here now. To Neil, I say it to you live here on air. I haven't told you before. You didn't get the chance to tell, so I can tell you with everybody else. April 29th. April 29th. You need to save that date. April 29th. We are looking to do something fantabulous, and we're going to be doing it over at Ginger Lily Hall, right? Ginger Lily Hall. Kevin and Lee, they have a space called Ginger Lily Hall, and we are going to be bringing something to you that's totally awesome.
I wish you had told me the date earlier, man. I may have to I have to travel.
Oh dear.
Man. But anyhow, that is what it is. We'll see how that pans out. But tell the people about it.
Yeah. We'll bring you more details as we go forward. But Kevin has assured me so far that the date is available. So that's what we're looking at. And I don't want to really do it with you, my brother. So let me know if we can push back push back a day or two. So because or a week or something like that, so that we can get it done. So Kevin is keeping your calendar day and tell me how the 6th of May is looking, and I will make the adjustment to suit, right?
Yes, sir.
And Kevin, you can put that in here right now if you want to, and let me know, Kevin, you and Lee, have a quick consult. Let me know how the 6th of May looking, so that Neil is available for this. We don't want him to miss this event. It's going to be great.
Well, sir.
Yes, carry on. Excitement. I hope you can be here for that. That would be awesome.
Wendy Mason. Shout out Wendy Mason. I don't know who Wendy Mason is, but shout you out. Thank you for joining us.
Shout out to Wendy Mason. For sure. If you're new here, thank you for coming through. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'd appreciate it. The like button is the only cost of admission. So yeah, I think covered everything. G-Syndicate, Song of the Year, R&B Artist of the Year. Hit a vote for us at the top of the chat. Also, Senate podcast, we've been nominated, shortlisted for podcast of the year. So again, we put out real work. Get him in a little reward for that day, we'd appreciate it.
Right. And also too, we would like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for rocking with us. Whether you were from day one in February 2021, or if you recently joined us within the last even if you join us today, we want to thank everybody for, at the very least, tuning into our content. I know that what we are, the content we bring you is not necessarily glamorous work. This is not work we have chosen to be popular or rich. But we feel that it is important to have these conversations and to bring light to certain things. And we want to thank everybody, whether you like us, whether you hate us, whether you have given us a dislike or not, you share the content or not. We want to thank you for at least hearing us out. And we thank those supporters that have liked our content, shared our content, subscribed, follow. Thank you so very much from the bottom of our hearts. And this is not just because of the work going on awards. I mean, this is, kind of glad to be in the conversation. Some such say we should be in the conversation since last year, but right, we're still glad to be in the conversation. But for real, when you take a moment, you take a look, or you reminisce about the work we've done, Derek. We've done quite a lot of content, and sometimes it's not been easy, sometimes it's been too much fun. But we want to thank all of our subscribers, all the people watching, all the people paying attention. Thank you so very much. Anyhow, to that we say, as Derek said, like, comment, share, subscribe. Like is free, subscription is free. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell so you don't miss anything. We do content for you. Yes, we are back. Derek, boy, we do a short the other day, and the people like they was waiting for water in the desert.
It looks so, boy. It looks so.
Yeah, we back on the shorts grind. We gotta record some new ones, but in the meantime, what we're doing, we got to right now. What we're doing is we got some old content. Some is recycled, some is some content that we have put down. But we're doing some content for you guys, and we want you guys to hit the notification bell once you've hit that subscription button so that you don't miss anything. As Derek said, we got things in the work for this year. It's just not the shorts. It is just not the lives. It is just not the events that we have planned, but also we want to get into some more discussion. We want to engage people more and really get to the crux. Because it's all fine and good for me and Derek to sit here, we vacuum and talk, and to get label all the things in the world. But it's another thing if we want to put it out there that if you disagree with us, let's have a conversation. Not a debate, a conversation about it, right? So that I think our purpose is just to bring awareness at this point. You know what I'm saying? Just bring awareness. As Derek said, we just showing you how school keeping. And out to ruffle feathers. If your feathers are ruffled, I don't know, man. Anyhow, as I said, we do content view every Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do the live stream. So this is no different. Derek usually goes on our social media content, our social media page, sorry. Check us out on the Senate podcast. You see that nice, what corner is it pointing in this corner here? Look. That corner there, so all the information there, right? But there we usually go on our social media platforms, Facebook, and he will usually post what we are going to be talking about in this edition of the podcast. And we are talking about the good girl. Why are men choosing to be with why are men not choosing to be with good women who do right by them? Now, this is coming off the heels of the discussions we would have had last week, Dream Girls and
Dream a Little Dream.
Dream a Little Dream, where we were talking about women and their standards and what they choose and the various things surrounding that. But this week, we can kind of hold the men accountable because they said we don't do that, but we often do. And Derek usually has a monologue, a sermon. Wait. I forget to put the picture in my mind. I forgot to. No, I gotta look for that real quick, but I have to look for that real quick, Derek. It is imperative. Let me see. I got it here. Look at there. Look at there. Right? No, that's not it. Yeah. Trying to get my man Pastor Marshall on screen. I think that it came out very well.
I see my man Kevin say that May 6 is open too. So folks, save that date. May 6, that's when we can do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and as I gather more and more info, we let you know exactly what it is we plan to do and what we're really looking to achieve and stuff like that. So listen out.
Mm-hmm.
Look out for that.
All right, let me get my mind. Hold on a minute. This is gonna be worth it. Just
let me get some water in the meantime.
Yeah. Let me get my mind past Marshall here. So in the crank. Right? This is Pastor Marshall. This is the Right Reverend Derek Marshall here. As you can see, he has on his reverend like robes, looking heavenly and fashionably divine. You know, he has the microphone. You know, he does not only sing, but he uses it to spread the word. Not always the word of God, but you know, he usually does the word of other things, right? But anyhow, all jokes aside, Derek, take us away, my brother. Lead us in sermon tonight. Shout out Tariq Ghost Pepper.
Shout out Tariq, man, for sure. All right, we are here, folks. One more time. This is funny. I was here. Anyhow, it almost like give it past me for real.
But anyway, come on.
I don't know how to take that. They have an old priest who thought I should have gone to Cardinal College and become a member of the clergy. So he's not with us anymore. Otherwise, he'd be pleased to see a picture like that.
Well, I am sorry, not sorry that you didn't.
Anyhow, last week last week I spoke about women holding on to their impossible standards and ignoring good men because a good man just wasn't enough. Right? We saw the videos. I don't think we need to repeat the videos. Those are a little traumatic for some people, a little triggering. Right? So we don't need to go back into that. Now, there's a belief that men don't like or want good girls. One lady even told me after last week's show that there's a book named, believe it or not, folks, there's a book named Why Men Love Bitches, written by Sherry Argov. So put that on screen for me near there so
and
they people see that I enter the lights.
It got good ratings too, 4.5 stars for 70,000 people. 70,000 people agree that it is a good book. It's a bestseller.
So I definitely need to get that in my readings.
Mm-hmm.
Very often, ladies who watch this channel will make comments like, men like bad treatment. Or they ask me, what is it that certain men don't like good girls? To their mind, being a good woman doesn't seem to be enough. I mean, you heard the men sing that song last week. So in the interest of fairness, Neil, tonight I'm going to explain a man's vetting process. 4 T's that we talk about all the time. So yes, Dr. Kerry, 4 T's tonight.
Yeah, hold on, Dr. Kerry, this for you.
Yeah. And I'm going to talk about why men will reject the good girl. Good girl, right? In inverted commas. Over the weekend, I saw a post from an Instagram influencer called Jilly. And let me just get a sec here.
Yeah, don't forget you had the intro.
Oh, yes.
The intro video. Don't forget the intro video.
Give me that there then. Give me that there.
All right, let's get it.
Okay, so I just watched this video where this guy was saying that the type of women that a man likes on Instagram, like the photos that he likes, are the type of women that he's attracted to. Okay, so what if your man is liking, you've been seeing this trend. Tell me you've been seeing this trend. What if your man is liking pics and these girls don't even look like you? You're 100 pounds and she's clearly 150, like stuff like that. This man was basically saying, well, that probably means that you're not even his type and he's just dating you because it's convenient or because you're around. My thing is, can we circle back to the reason? Because what are you getting into a relationship with somebody for then? Like, why even fake it when you could have just left her alone? Like, is it a fear of being alone? Does it boost your ego? Are you afraid of telling her the truth? Like, I'm trying to give valid options here because I really want to understand the thought process.
Leave me to understand, Derek. She heard that from a woman or a man?
Probably a woman, but no, you heard what she was saying. And we all know it to be true. Right? We all know it to be true that men will look at flesh if it's exposed. That's just what it is. Men will look at flesh if it's exposed. Anyhow, over the weekend, as I was saying, I saw a post from an Instagram chick called Jilly, sorry.
Yeah.
And clearly, she is very physically attractive, right? She's also in a relationship with NFL quarterback Deshaun Watson. Those of you familiar with NFL, you're aware that, Deshaun Watson had a little trouble with some massages and things like that and little sexual harassment. Yeah. But Deshaun keeps her in the lap of luxury. So I want to share that post with you guys now, that we can come back and go forward again.
I love you in every kind of way. I wanna please.
I gotta mute that. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I had to mute that because, we don't want none of them problems.
Important. You can see what's going on.
Last to see him anymore. Very good, Deshaun. Very good. All right. Yeah, yeah, when you're ready, you can go forward.
Okay,
brother.
good. All right. Now I shared that post in a group chat, right? The original Senate group
The
chat.
original, yes.
And our guy Moxie, shout out Moxie if Moxie is watching tonight. Moxie weighed in with a couple observations. Firstly, he noted that Deshaun Watson, the one who is financing most of these purchases and excursions, is nowhere to be found in many of her IG posts. Secondly, he asked the question, what does a man get from spending that kind of money on a woman that is essentially an IG model whose only talent really is looking good? Now, we had a little back and forth, and in response, I said to Moxie, I made the point that that money was essentially disposable income, albeit a lot of disposable income, to a man like Deshaun Watson. But Moxie retorted with a very valid point that this is money that he could have invested. Now, only last week, we showed you guys a video of a woman who wanted a wedding for $250,000. $250,000. And the boyfriend made the point that he could invest that money and she wasn't having it. And then he even said, well, look, we could go to City Hall and get married. She won't flip out. She's not a City Hall chick. She didn't say chick. Yeah. Moxie also went on to make the point that we as men need to make better decisions about whom we intend to invest our money, energy, attention, and time.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. You see, there are levels to everything, and there are a lot of average everyday men who will attempt to spend exorbitant amounts on their woman like Deshaun Watson, but without the cushion of a $200 million contract and without getting much in return from that woman. And we know that Deshaun is not going to get much. Who practice hypergamy badly? Let me put it that way, because there's nothing wrong with hypergamy, folks. Hypergamy is supposed to, get a woman to keep your household moving forward. So then inherently wrong with hypergamy, but some people get the toxic way up. Right? But we will mistreat women who will give us their last, and we will go for women who, as they say, practice hypergamy and only want to get all they can from us and move on to the next victim. Now, to the intro video, let me be fair. Men seem way more likely to settle, use an inverted commas, settle with someone who doesn't meet their physical preference than women are. Trust me, I've seen some of the women I've seen pregnant guys that exposes you, right? It exposes your thirst. But too often, we as men, we are unwilling and unable to reciprocate the treatment we're receiving from a good woman. Let me declare my hand early and say, I myself, I have been guilty of this. So this is not a case of me throwing stones from my glass house. Certainly is not, right? We've all had that one woman that, we let get away. Too often we ignore women who would be good to us because they don't meet our physical criteria. Yeah, she's too short, she's too tall, she's too red, she ain't red enough. Yeah, she's too slim, she's too thick. There are women out there, fellas, don't get me wrong. There are women out there, not a lot, but there are women out there who are willing to cook, clean, wash, starch, and iron for you. But we as men, we are reluctant to enter into long-term relationship or marriage with them. Sometimes, though, it can go deeper than physical attraction. Sometimes a man is hesitant to pull the trigger on the relationship because there's something that doesn't sit quite right, and he puts that woman through his vetting process, the 4 T. Yeah? And that man is now waiting or hoping whatever it is that doesn't sit quite right is something that this woman can fix on her own or resolve on her own. Now, a few of you have asked, I know Dr. Kerry has asked, I know Cherish has asked as well about these 4 T's. So we're here tonight. For me, those 4 T's are Big Up the Crimson Cure. This screenshot is from her channel, The Crimson Cure. Check her out. Fantastic content video. Right? As you can see them on the screen there, we got time, toll, trouble, and threat. So we're going to talk about the vetting process now. So to start, let's have a look at this video and then a read of a screenshot from my guy Chisha Z.
Here's a video. Here we go.
Tell you why you need to start expecting men to financially compensate you for your time.
I like 99% agree with this creator. I am team men pay, no 50-50 lifestyle, but here's why I think that specific mindset is harmful. Then you're making dating transactional. I believe that men and women bring different things to the table, and one doing their thing should not make the other require compensation in return, because they should both be bringing value to the relationship. And besides, men have so much more value than money. So if a woman's only benefit in spending time with you is by receiving financial compensation, then clearly that man does not have much to offer. If we don't want men to see sex as transactional and say to us, well, if I'm giving you a free meal, then I require sex as compensation, then we should not, as women, turn around and say, well, if I'm giving you my time and emotional capacity, then I require monetary compensation.
Right. So my guy Chisha Z, he has his show, The Coffee Pod, and he had this screenshot on his channel, and this one is interesting. Let me get that and let me read it for the people.
Oh, you didn't send that one to me.
Yeah, number 5, right on the video.
Oh, number 5. Ooh. Oh, sorry. I do have it. My apologies. I do have it. All right, we ready?
Yeah. Women need to start using men for sex, sleep with them, and block them. Women need to start using men for sex, sleep with them, and block them. Give them a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, that's this villain Mario Loki that just entered the chat.
It's all big up with my Lord, my respects.
Right, but
that's my good guy there.
Yeah, that's a good man there. Sometimes. Shout out to the social Ariane. Ask them what going on. I just want to say, right, ladies, if you think that sleeping with me, blocking me, is giving us a taste of our medicine, y'all listen. I am just saying. You get with a man, you have sex with him, and they block him. The man be like, "Child, that's messed up," but I hit.
On to the next. You got on food.
I can't take it out. It already.
Yeah, sure, I got on food. So sorry with that. Yep. Anyhow, right? So you see what you heard what the lady had to say. You know, be compensated essentially for your time. So we're talking about time. As men, we know that we will. Oh, shout out Ria. Good night to you, Ria. As men, we know that we will have to spend some time getting to know a woman, and whether or not she is deserving of the covering of our 4 Ps. Unfortunately, though, these days, many women, not all, many women think that their time is tied to a man's provision. So if a man wants to spend his time with a woman, he needs to pay her for it in some form or fashion. And we saw Deshaun at the top of the show. We saw Deshaun paying that lady for her time, right? This makes the relationship transactional, as the second lady in the stage said. And as men, anytime we have to pay for play, we call it prostitution. I know women are poetic. I may want to call it knowing your worth. But men see it, identify it as, and call it prostitution. And men are very slow to be with women they think see them as a trick. So you got to be careful in terms of that. This is how men vet, right? Ladies, don't get vexed. You could get vexed, but this whole man is fact. This is how we see it, right? You come here to find out about men, we telling you about men. Antisocial says he's ready for a taste of his own medicine. I need the impetus to change my ways. I love you said it, boy. Love you said it. The True Thinking Persons podcast. All right. The second thing a man looks at is the toll you have to pay to be with a woman. We know that there will be some kind of cost, and it's not only monetary. We will have to pay. But as usual, a man wants to know if the cost is worth it, if the toll is worth it. I say all the time that a good woman is an investment and a bad woman is a bill. And this becomes very true when a man thinks of the toll he has to pay to be with a woman. There are many men who work overtime, not because they want to, but because they think that they have to provide all for the wife, much like Deshaun is providing for Jilly. Right? And a man wants to put his wife on that level. Every man wants to make sure his wife could be on a yacht, sailing boat, and that kind of thing. Right? I don't got to lift a finger to work. Should the women will love that. We have a friend, Neil, esteemed colleague of ours, who told us about man he works with, who sacrifices stuff for himself so that he can pay to service women's vehicles and help them repair their homes. Vehicles and homes in which he cannot set foot.
Real mannequin.
Yeah, a real mannequin. No, here's the thing, folks. These things happen more often than you would believe. Right? These things happen way more often than you would like to believe. So you can laugh at that man, but there's a reality, right? That man would rather eat Vienna sausages than buy a meal because he's keeping money to get a women.
That's a
That's a real thing. Right? Men will work to provide for a woman if there's appreciation and reciprocity, but this can only last for so long. And as soon as a man recognizes that a woman is more of a bill than an investment, he keeps her at arm's length at best, or he lets her go altogether at worst. Well, for her. The third of the 4 T's is trouble. So let's look at a screenshot here of a tweet from Patrick David. Let me read that for the people then.
Go for it.
And it says, if the quote behind every great man you'll find a great woman is true, then the opposite is also true. Behind every defeated man you'll find a woman who ruined his life.
Wow.
If you don't deserve a bumper clap, let me give me, because that was rough.
All. Rough to all.
There are 2 ways men get castrated. 2. One is surgical. The other is emotional when marrying the wrong woman. Yeah. Patrick David hitting like Chris Gale there. Right?
Gospel according to Patrick.
Yeah. So a fellow will ask, my ladies, you got to ask this. How much trouble are you to a man? Also consider, it may not just be you. How much trouble is your immediate circle to a man? Are you the girl who will go and book him for a fight like you're a Don King? Are you the girl?
Dana White.
Dana White, can't mention Dana White in there.
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, I forgot. My bad. I retract Dana White.
Issues. Are you the girl that will start a shouting match with him or other women in a public setting? Do you have problematic family members and friends to whom he will have to lend money or bail out of jail? Will he have to bail you out of jail? Will he have to deal with your baby daddy harassing him? Will he have to deal with your baby daddy coming over to steal gas from his car at 3 a.m.? Yes, Neil, we did a short on that. I think, we did it at Fast Submission Night.
It was a Fast Submission Night.
Fast Submission Night. My car alarm going off at 3 a.m. When the man going to check his car, his woman's baby daddy is trying to siphon gas from his vehicle.
But the hoes are sucking it up.
Yeah, so my mom just done what she want time, and she tried to figure out why. But this is why, because it's trouble. It's too much trouble than any man wants to
Reckon
deal
man
with.
they rest for gas.
Yeah. No. And when they talk about the baby daddy thing, that's real. Only last week, a week before, whenever it was, I had a very strange situation where a man accused me of his woman and followed me. Yes, folks, I am not joking. He followed me from Spring Garden all the way through town. They had to go to the police station in Hastings to file a report. And that is no joke.
That's so much foolishness, right?
Yeah, that is no joke. Right? So these are things with which a man does not want to have to deal. So if this is the kind of drama swirling around you, don't expect to pass his third T of the vetting process. Even if you think to your mind that you're being a good girl. Yeah? Because you might be the sweetest thing to this man, but something like this, man might tell yourself, nah, boy, I'm dealing with that. Too much problems.
Ain't gonna work with me.
Cats up there. You know what cats up there heavy. A man ain't dealing with it. I can tell you that for a fact. Right? So if it is a case where you got these kind of things swirling around you, this may be another reason why. Man, say, you know what? I'm dealing with that. Dealing with an asshole. Shoot. These things will happen again. This happened to me right here in good old Barbados 2 weeks ago.
I mean, 50 years ago, you know.
This year. Right? The fourth T, the vetting process, is threat. And this is a particularly important. Right? Because, you know, people wondering, what was threat? I might have been on the threat last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. All right? And that's physical threat. But there are more threats than physical threats. These days, the Me Too movement, believe all women, cancel culture, men are deathly afraid of interacting with women.
All men are dangerous now.
Believe it, right? And it's not a case that men are afraid of women. It's the interaction and the possible consequences of the interactions that have men saying, you know what, you just ain't worth the squeeze.
Yeah, too big for me.
Yeah. We've all seen the videos of women trying to make men look like creeps in the gym if they look their way or offer some help, right? We had one of them that come out a couple of days ago. And Joey Swole had to, he's a TikTok guy, he had to do a response and say, look, you're really taking a 6 foot 9 here. This is not what's going on.
Yeah, you're reaching.
Yeah. We even did a short needle where a blind man, get this folks, a blind man was accused of being a creep and asked to leave the gym because he was allegedly staring at a woman. Yes, the blind man was staring at a woman.
Don't forget the club in Australia where
where you can't stare.
You don't stare at nobody in the club now.
You get staring police. Right? Situations like these are not the threat itself, but the fallout is the threat that men fear. Possibly having to deal with the police, the court, the judicial system.
Court of public opinion.
Even worse. Because the court of public opinion is unforgiving.
Mm-hmm. You could literally lose your livelihood out of that.
Yeah. We've heard very recently of a guy right here in Barbados, a very prominent guy, who's in a situation much like that, right? So the possibility of having to do with the police, the court of public opinion, judicial system, all them things is a very real possibility when you interact with women today. No man wants that. So you have to find a way, ladies, to remove that threat. You got to find a way. Additionally, the realest threat for a lot of men today is child support. The courts will always, ladies and gents, do what is in the best interest of a child. And if that means a man paying child support for children that even are his, that's just how the cookie crumbles. So let's have a watch of this video. It's 2 videos and put it together, make it one, so we can just watch all 2 minutes and change of it. And we can come back, right?
Brace yourself, trigger warning.
This is episode 188, the Senate podcast. Give us a like, share, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell as well to ensure you don't miss any of the content we got coming for you. Also, go up to the top, check the top of the chat. We got the links pinned there. Hit them links. Get G-Syndicate and the Senate some votes. Yeah, do we get this video and come back?
Let her get the man she laid down with to pay for him. He goes free. I never even slept with her.
It's happening to men across Michigan. They are being forced to pay child support as dads by default.
Doesn't matter. If the men can prove the children are not theirs, Michigan law makes them pay anyway.
But tonight, 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell tells us that may be about to change.
Most people think you either have to adopt or conceive a baby to become legally responsible for a child. Under Michigan law, that is simply not how it works.
I was the father by default.
These 4 men came to the 7 Action News studios to raise awareness. You could become dad by default. There are a couple ways it happens. Pastor Edward Mack says his previous wife had 3 children. He loved them as his own. Then he realized 2 of them were not biologically his.
You must have been so heartbroken.
Damn, it was a hurting thing. I don't even really want to talk about it because it brings tears to my eyes. Sorry for getting teary-eyed.
Pastor Mack says the betrayal led to divorce. He was shocked when the judge told him because he was married, he became dad by default. He had to pay support for another man's children.
Let her pay for him. Let her get the man she laid down with to pay for him. He goes free. I never even slept with her. I got a lawsuit when I was young, and she basically just said, that's the money I'm going to get, and she got it.
Reginald Whitlow, Anthony Sims, and Carnell Alexander have similar stories. They say women named them out of nowhere. In 2014, 7 Action News told Carnell's story and found the mother. She said she was told in order to get welfare benefits, she needed to name a father. She knew he wasn't the dad, but wrote down his name anyway.
Everything is my fault that I put him through.
Do you think that he should have to pay this money?
No, he shouldn't have to pay it at all.
Then these men missed paternity hearings because they were either sick or did not receive notice. Carnell had proof. He was in prison when a process server claimed he was served at a house in Highland Park. When they didn't show up at court, a judge ruled them dads by default. They then missed their chance to challenge it with DNA evidence by the court deadline because they couldn't find the women and children.
They wouldn't give me her address because it was confidential.
These men all eventually got DNA tests backing their stories. Too late.
Oftentimes it does make a difference.
God damn. That was rough to all. Yeah, that's
one of them triggering ones, right? No thoughts. Again, that's Detroit, Michigan.
Wait. Not across the Derek, but and Dr. Kerry could ball me out. If they don't pay the child support, that could be a felony, right?
Yeah.
That could lead to jail time, right? Yeah.
That's jail time. I'm watching up paternity court to answer you.
Man.
With authority.
Ma said that with BSC voice too. We should be shamed. We should be shamed.
No. That's Detroit, Michigan. And it applies a lot, many places in the States, right? But there's a guy right here in Barbados who used to play basketball, and he got involved with a woman who had 4 children. They got together. She had a child for him, giving her a grand total of 5 children. This lady lived at him, and she did not have to work as he supported the household as a lowly bus driver. It might have been him who caused this industrial action yesterday. You never know. Anywho, after some time, my mom would be upset. You never know. And he is that guy, right? After some time, this lovely lady felt it was in her best interest to put my guy in court for child support for all 5 of the children. Right? We would have seen the situation with the guy in the McDonald's and thing and bring children. And they don't, but she and 5 children live in the house. So it can't be a case where my mom just feeding one. My mom feeding everybody, right?
Feed everybody.
Needless to say, my mom decided she had to go. My guy went about seeing that she did, and her brood left his premises. Yeah, kept his child. They went forward, right? I won't say here how he got that done. I see you, Ruben.
I just want to be clear now, Ruben. Now, you understand it? Do not condone.
Do not condone that, but I see you with that OJ reference.
No essay. We don't listen. If you go to the legal system or walk away, take that L and keep it moving. But do not put no hands or nothing. Do not harm anyone. That goes for men and women. Do not harm anyone. We don't condone that. Yeah, I know Ruben is a quote now. I know it's a quote.
Yeah,
It's a quote. But I still got to do due diligence for sure. You ain't got no lawyer fees to pay me, baby.
It's true. Let's keep it PG in the
yeah, keep it yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, ladies, those are things that men will use to vet a woman for a long-term relationship or marriage, right? So you come to the situation, you already got children, and the situation problematic like that. All of a sudden, you won't put him up. But Detroit went through. There's one fella, he didn't even sleep with the woman. He get in a call, right? But a fella don't want to come into a situation where he feels like if he's under that threat, and the court system is real threat, men don't want that, right? Those 4 T's and your physical attractiveness, ladies, will determine how seriously a man will consider you. But I am telling you tonight, me, Derek Marshall, if you can make life easy and keep the 4 T's low, particularly the trouble and threat, sure, keep all them low. If you can keep the 4 T's low, right, you will drastically improve your chances of getting the guy you want, even if you're a bit behind on your physical attractiveness, especially here in the Caribbean in general, Barbados in particular. Let me be real, folks. We love a little bit more celery and thickification, you know what I mean?
Just saying, you don't mind. We don't mind it. Don't mind it.
Some of our guys, we tend to like the sticky sweets, as we say here. That's right. Now, fellas, we need to be fair. James. We want the ladies to accept us because we are good men. But are we willing to accept them just because they are good women? Fair is fair after all. Let me be real.
Sir.
I say it to the women, so I'm going to say it to the men now. If you don't want to be with a good woman who is doing right by you because she's not your type physically, that is fine. Yeah? That is fine. Nothing wrong with that. The boy can't tell you what you like. Let her go and be with a man that wants to treat her well. But, fellas, do not come back after the fact complaining that you're not getting the relationships you want or that these women ain't shit.
Red women in the good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You had it.
Hit my Ross. Shut up, Ross. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had it and you blew it. Mm-hmm. So now you've got to go and begin the search all over again. Every woman is a supermodel or IG body who performs an Asa Akira or Tiana Trump in the bedroom, right? And for those of you who are a little behind on your watching of the Technicolor stuff, you can Google Asa Akira and Tiana Trump.
Do not Google.
Yeah.
Do not Google.
Google it. Come here. Yeah. Yes, man, we have to be willing to make concessions in terms of our physical preferences and be prepared to make a deal, a long-term deal with a good girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are indeed watching the Senate podcast. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit notification bell so you don't miss anything. And let's build this community. Shout out Mikey Mercer that just eased through the back door. Oh, you're good, my brother.
Respects.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought this up, Derek. And I as we've said, we want to carry this podcast and this content, this platform to a different level, right? And in doing so, much to some people's delight, that will include holding everyone that wants to be in a relationship accountable, including men. Now, fellas, what's a onesie chat? If you have ever dealt with a woman that you had no business dealing with, no business, you have given your time, energy, resources, and yes, even emotions and love to a woman that you know from day one, this is a bad deal, but for whatever reason, whether it be the go
scratch an itch.
Yeah, whatever it is, you find yourself in a prickly situation and you say, but she's a girl I like, right?
Yeah.
She's a girl I like, right? But yes, Dr. Kerry, this is a space of accountability, and this goes for both men and women. But what I would say is this, right? It is important for a man to choose well because the way life is, this reality is, the system, the way everything is set up, it does not favor don't favor men when the relationship goes bad. If you marry a woman, if you get in a relationship with a woman, you common law with a woman, whatever you do, if it ends, the man out to pasture 9 times out of 10. Therefore, it is incumbent on men, the men that choose to want to be in those relationships, because we got a bunch of women that a bunch of men that go in their own way. The men that decide to be in relationships, it is imperative that you choose and you vet carefully, right? When I was a younger man, I used to let a lot of things, like when it comes to women, I used to be like, yeah, I don't want a woman with a lot of piercings. I don't want a woman with a lot of tattoos. I don't want a woman that this. I don't want women that. Next, the third. I've had some bad ones. How bad? Super bad, right? I've had a few questionable decisions when it comes to the women that I have chosen, right? So that has informed me, like in a previous episode, a previous edition. You know, I used to say when that whole red woman thing was going on and people was making fun of red woman and they ain't good, I was laughing because for me it was dark women, right? Red women overall treated me pretty alright versus the dark women. But to me, not that I have anything against dark women. No, I'm just saying that it is imperative that you choose the right woman because, as Derek said, you choose poorly, you can end up in a situation you don't want to be in, right? Shout out my man Justin Marvel, Moxie in the house. Yeah, the super bad reference was just for those that know. If you know, you know.
Yeah, that's big at the Senate, man.
Big at the Senate chat, boy. Anyhow, so yeah, it's imperative because one of anyhow, as I said before, as we've said before, men want PEACE over PIECE. And sometimes we choose poorly and we choose PIECE before PEACE and we end up in problems, right? And I think all of us are guilty of it, men and women. We know that we're messing with somebody we have no business with, but it is important. It is important, gentlemen. Gentlemen, it is important. Just like we told the women last week, it is important that you choose correctly. I would even venture to say it's more important for men to choose correctly or wisely, more so than women, because when the shit hit the fan, it can be we that be bathing in muck. And feces, we is the one that can be able to pasture, whether it's children, assets, depression because of the dissolution of marriage. We are going to be the ones that import her. I am not saying based on the statistics, I'm not saying that you choose wisely and well and she meets all of your vetting process in the 40s that, you know, the relationship is going to last longer or even last at all. But you can walk away saying that I feel a sense of peace with the person, the way the relationship went, etc. Right? Like Warren Sapp spoke about what his old coach, Tony Dungy, told him in terms of the 5 things to really ruin your life as an athlete. And we like to adapt that for men in general. And one of those things the man said is if you caught out at night, he said drugs, guns, speeding, alcohol, and women. That you know too well.
I don't know at all.
Women you know too well or not well enough. And the part that struck me about that particular point is the women that you know well enough. Because some of us men messing with women that we know when we care in certain places or to get around certain people is a scene, is a fight, is an argument. I remember years ago, a buddy of mine was dealing with a woman and the woman got in a fight with every man in the bar because she was drunk out of her mind. Slap both men, beat both men, everybody had a burst that day. Right?
Wow.
And that man left the event crying. There's a man I never thought I would see it. I would consider this man a manly man, but it was so overwhelming for him because she was drunk. She felt like she just wanted to go at everybody, and man was trying to calm her down, and she wasn't taking it. And you know, many put in the hands, but the woman in the body and want to hit this woman and so because the boy want to see jail like that, right? I get canceled from society. But the woman ended up putting hands on the man. Everybody went home to a bloody lip that night, right? And the man was walking but crying. The man left the fat crying, and the man had to go and console him, right? Excellent looking woman. The woman was shorting, nice woman, you know. And I'm sure there are other reasons why the man thought that she was a good person to keep around. And even I'm not even saying that she was not a good woman in terms of the emotional support that she gave the man. But there are sometimes within yourselves that there are women, especially when you get to know them, got no business with this woman. And it may not be anything to do with their demeanor. It may not have anything to do. They're just subtle things that you tell yourself, you see me? I just don't know. I don't know if I can get the peace of mind to deal with this for the next 50, 60 years. Right? So I want people in general now, but we're dealing with the men. I want men to really consider the women that they're choosing. And I know that we have younger men listening. And I know, we were younger men too. And it's very hard. It is very hard when you hormones racing and you bottom head is move quicker than you top head. And, a woman in front of you, or you just saying, shh, boy, would deal with that juggling. Shoot, we even hear some stories of men saying, look, I can get in here raw as law, and whoever come out, I would deal with it in juggling. I end up in problems, right? So if you're a man, you know that, all right, I got my life set up a certain sort of way. I would like a committed relationship. I would like that marriage and everything like that. Then please choose well. We have a man, a friend of ours, guy we play basketball with. He was married, and his divorce was horrible. He lost house, he lost car, and the man's got a drive past. He got a drive past the house he built every day. You know what I'm saying? Got to watch the woman not taking care of the car he bought for her every day. Right? And those are things that Erica, I'm glad to see you. I hope you're well, man. Glad to join the Senate. Give me a vote, man. Vote for the Senate. Vote for G-Syndicate. But yeah, I just want people rambling. Please choose well, because in life, you want peace of mind. Life already, without a relationship, is hard as it is. Work, the daily rigors of life, other people, just going about your daily existence is going to be an emotional, financial, taxing, spiritual adventure. But it is important that the person you want to, don't even let me romanticize it and say the woman that you plan to spend the rest of your life with through marriage. If you get a woman pregnant, you are going to be with her for the rest of your life, whether you like it or not. As long as that child living, okay, they sit till 18 years and this and that, but let me be honest. If the man is 35 and the man got whatever, get an accident, whatever, and she call you in the middle of the night telling you, oh shoot, so and so and so and so, you got to deal with that still. You understand? So it is imperative that we choose well. And we got to stop thinking, one, with our bottom head, and two, stop going behind looks. Right? Because, yeah, they got women that look good. Shoot, in 2023, everybody look good. Every woman of every size look good.
You got Critchlow.
Showed up Critchlow, showed up the waist shapers, showed up the dresses, the lift ups and the pull downs, all the different accoutrements women can accessorize themselves with to look as best as they can be. Right? But man, we can't get trapped no more. We can't get trapped. The court's on we side. You know what I mean? The legal system is not on our side. And it don't feel good to know that you got to pay child support and go, I got to go and pick up my son or my daughter now. And I got to go and deal with this contentious woman. You got to be in and out of court behind child payment and stuff like that. It's not a good, I've never experienced it, no. Fortunate enough for me and there.
You don't want to. Let me jump in a minute, Neil, because
the chat going off.
Yeah, Ross is saying, what about if you're not in tune sexually? How do you confront that even after discussions and train? How can you stay in the relationship mentally if you're not there sexually? And this is part of the problem that we as men will have for sure. matter of fact, men and women, because let me be real, physical attraction is very, very important. Physical attraction is very, very important. But this is how we got to start looking at it in terms of when we're talking long-term relationships. When we're talking long-term relationships, we got to start thinking about the more permanent interests. Do our goals and values align in terms of religion? Let me deal with the religion, how we gonna raise children,
values, core values.
How we gonna spend money? Shoot, is she a modern woman and use a traditional man or a traditional woman? Them is things you have to look at and consider more seriously than just, well, let me roll boat in this bed here and see what happens. Because at the end of the day, when you get 60 plus, when it's together, it ain't gonna be no more division of legs, it's division of assets if it ain't working. Because shoot,
60. So
yeah, the boy talking about we ain't talking about the movement. I mean, we hit at that point. Let's say healthy and strong, you know what I mean? So, and I saw Tango Fox made the point that that's something you can work on if both are willing. Willing is a very, very big part of it. You have to be willing, and that's all a man's really want, you know, for his woman to be willing.
Open-mindedness.
You know, put your foot here, so let me try this here.
Yep.
Put him up and down there, so. And you know, that's what both partners want, right? A willingness to be able to try something. Yeah, as my man, big up my man Murdoch for Kabisa Street Confessions, man. Big up Kabisa Street Confessions. My man tell you something, they got a snaily face, you know what I mean? And you as a man have to be willing to let your woman snail your face. And if those of you wonder what snaily face really mean, think about it, right? You as a man have to be willing to let your woman snail your face, right? And you as a woman have to be willing to say, you know, as Steffi in this song, you got 7 holes, you know, you offer all 7 holes, you know. Because this is what's going on. This is what's going on now in 2023, right? You have to, the dating market will always be an open market. It will always be competitive. So what are you willing to do that your competitor is not willing to do? No, I ain't telling you let the sex get disgraceful and humiliating and all kind of thing. Let it be love with the sex. Let her be love with the sex. But don't let me start wailing and be doing all kind of thing. You bring 3 or 4 people in the house to run a train and all kind of thing with your man sit down and watch. We ain't getting to that. Right? As my man Ross said, Ross is asking, how can we work it out? The physical attraction is a thing. We can't get wrong that we do a whole show. Beauty is only skin deep. Check that out on the channel. We did a whole show about physical attraction. We can't get wrong it. It matters. It's important. So fellas, make sure you look as best you could. Women, same thing, right?
To that I want also add
everybody want to roll about Ross. We got to roll about, but you will find. All right, study your head, fellas. Ever had a girl that you look at and you say she look real or Marley or whatever, but she come and she smile at you and she talk to you. Automatically, this woman look completely different, more pleasant. And all of a sudden, you willing to talk to she more than some women that you thought were more attractive. Because they're women, they are Marley and Snooty.
Yeah.
Think about it, fellas. If that ever happened to you, put some ones in chat.
That happened to me one time. I ended up in a 11-month relationship, boy. Marley looking woman smile at me one time in the fat, and I was like, all right.
All of a sudden, a woman speaks to you or she smile at you and she's look very, very, very different. She's more attractive. So the attraction thing, you can work that out, especially if your values and thing align on certain things, right? But if you're just looking at, yeah, sure, we want a little action here, come and see my face when like come. If that's way both, you can find that as that start to fizzle out, then to fall back on and then the relationship start to fall apart and open up eye seams, right? So yeah, physical attraction is important. Yeah, the sex is important. But you will find that the sex is only a byproduct. Big up Night Rage, whoever Night Rage is. I hope you hit the subscribe button. Yeah.
Notification bell and like all that there. All that good stuff.
All that. But you will find that the sex actually improves. Yeah. The sex actually improves.
Yeah, man.
When you got those other things aligned and you're more in tune with each other more than sexually. Right?
You know, Derek.
If you agree with that part, put some twos in chat.
Right. I agree with that. I think at some point we gotta talk about men and sex.
You got my man Snow.
Showed up my man Snow, but I see that man in a minute. I hope you're good, my brother. Hope your family good. But I think we need to talk about men and sex because yes, men are very sexual, and you know, the men would stick it in a hole if they could, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But let us understand that for men in a committed relationship, that a man that has chosen to commit to that sex is on a different level to the man, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like Derek said, if you have a willing, yo, we say all the time, you know, you could call it submission, you could call it whatever you want to call it, whatever word makes you feel good and sleep better at night. We just want somebody open-minded and willing. If you trust us enough to be in a relationship with us, so you trust us enough to make decisions and to represent you in a relationship, all we ask is you afford us that trust, right? I mean, I ain't telling you everything that can cross your plate is to accept. No, that's not what we are saying. That is not what we are saying, right? I mean, not if a man tell you jump off a cliff, you can say yes. No. But this man must have your best intentions at heart and the relationships, both of your best interests at heart, right? But to Ross, when it comes to sex and sexual compatibility, right? That is very, very important. Derek said it very eloquently, right? But far too often, and Derek and I are both guilty of this, where, you know, you see Alexia and wants you end up in a bed, and all of a sudden, now that governs the entire relationship, right?
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, outside of that action, you and the person there say, no, the woman got her period that time of the month. I want to go on open a date. I want to just say, no, looking at one another like,
yeah,
boy.
You don't know what to do past that.
The crouton's very stale here, and the ambiance is nice. You don't have anything to talk about, right? So yeah, it's fundamentally important that you are compatible in very basic and governing principles within yourself. Sex is obviously one of them, and yeah, we just want our women to be because watch it. We know full well that as we age, like the rigors of age hit women harder than it does men, in that sometimes women just saying about the action no more, right? Women just don't want the action anymore. But you married to this woman now, you've been married to this woman now for a good few years, when I got children, assets, all sorts of things. You ain't just one day say, well, everything good in relationship, you know, y'all have a great relationship. This ain't just a thing. When I got a great relationship, but the woman just saying about the action 3 times a week, you know. So you still got to consider that. But ladies, don't use that as an excuse to say, well, one time you want to say that when I go get him in regular sex, and then another reason you say if they want man, but someone was take a 619 and don't get a man then for 6 months. We ain't talking about reducing from 5. We are not talking about reducing from 5 times a week to 3 times a week. No. If the woman don't want to have sex 5 times a week anymore, she want to do 3, that's all right. But don't go from 5 times a week. Don't 5 times a week. And then all of a sudden, the man ain't know what the inside of you look like. Since the last administration of Barbados. Don't do that. I see Erica. Erica said good girls can be freaks. Just got to create a safe space for that. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. This is one one rare occasion that all 3 of us, Erica, me, you, and Derek, are on the same page. If Ben,
what I will say to that though, right? The only pushback I would give to that, yes, I agree that good girls can be freaks, but I don't think that they need a safe space for it. And this is why, because as you said, we don't talk about men and sex, but I think we need to also make it very clear to men too that women are very sexual beings as well, right?
Sure,
right.
For sure.
Because we as men like to think that women are like, oh, I need this emotional connection and all that there.
Sometimes
in order for action to go down. But how many too many one night stands has happened for we to believe that the woman need emotional connection? Let me be real.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like see and wants you, the woman to see, and let me be real, the access to sex comes from the woman. So every woman said, well, Alexia wants to let me rock. That's what's gonna happen, right? No emotional connection required. Why? physical attraction. Can't beat it.
Can't beat it. Right. So, and then also too, man, y'all could ball me out here. When your woman come and tell you, y'all, everything nice, everything good, she said, listen, when they come home, right? I want your bed out there for me. I want your bed out there for me. Or you can take that out of town with me. Understand?
Let me sneer your face.
You understand? And it's in how was your day and this and that. When it's come home, it is action time. That's what the man like. We like that. We like when you turn up in that skin to nothing. Right? And you just shoot. Anyhow, don't let me be myself.
Yeah,
anyhow,
talk about business.
Yeah, not my business, not well. But anyhow, but yeah, so we talking tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We already sent it podcast. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Let me see what the likes looking like compared to the amount of viewers we have in the space. We have 29 current viewers and 17 likes. As the young people would say, that math ain't mathing. So met wrong things right. Let's go that. Let's get wrong things right. Tonight we are talking about.
See you, Lord, man. See you. I'll say this right there. I heard at 16 years old, a man did a summer job at Berger, right? To your point about
you, I remember that, yeah.
Your point to the set is going to another level when man in tune with a woman. It's not just a physical thing, right? And when I was at that job, those men said to me, listen, when you live with a woman, you and that woman clicking and everything firing on all cylinders. If that woman pass you in the hallway and brush you, you ready, you know.
What am I?
You ready.
I
have had conditions like that with women where it's like, yeah, girl. And because I am who I mean, is that guy.
Yeah.
Let me have it.
Let's go. Let's get it. You
want to pull over here, put side the highway? I'm that guy. Let me go. You know what I mean?
But man, I tell you.
So that is a fact. When a man and a woman in tune, you'll be surprised to see how quickly that man will respond to that very woman. Even if she is not necessarily his type physically or whatever.
Telling you.
He pointed to the lady in the first video, but if they're connected like that.
That's what I tell you.
Right?
I always tell you all the time, a man could give it a 4 or 5, you know. A man will work with a 4 or 5 that peaceful and willing.
I'll say this, right? Fellas, I think we need to give the relationships a little bit more time to breathe. Unfortunately, our physiology does not allow that. So as soon as we see a woman, the first thing we see, she's on bump, a big boy, and want to get up on this here.
Yep.
So we thinking, no, as Neve would say, it was small head. We in a hurry to get to the action. The woman see you, she like you, she in a hurry to get to the action too. Everybody get to the action fast, and then we try to work out. The women they want to kick out the count higher because you know if you can't the count, we say everything, but the count matters. So they want to kick the count higher. So it's like, you know what? Let me try to make this here work. Even though we're not really matching on certain things. Right? And that's what's happening. Yeah, from basic, fundamental, important things. And that's how we get tricked. So we need to probably give the relationships a little bit more time to breathe.
Yep.
And see if we can work out. Let me talk first. I know that sounds real high schoolish, but let me talk first and work out some things. Yeah, better understanding each other before we dive into a situation from which we cannot then escape.
That my girl Erica emotional foreplay. I love it.
But here's the thing, you know, Erica, you put a point tonight, Erica.
Yeah. She
I find it funny we talk about the men and Erica is deadly accurate. No, all right, Erica, I agree with you. But,
she like Hawkeye.
Yeah, she Hawkeye tonight, man. But yeah, Erica, I'm with you with that for sure. There is nothing more than a man and a woman in tune, and the woman send a man the message during the day and say, "Listen."
Sapiosexual, right.
When you come home, I got a little problem here I want you to fix. And you know what's going on from there. Or you as a man, you know, you send a message. Maybe a little bit risky for men because, you know, things happen during the day that's offset women. But you as a man, you send a message and say, listen, sweetheart, when you come home, again, you may God spell it out. You can't just promise you.
No. Oh, no. You're not me. Spell it out, gentlemen. Tell the woman when you come home, get that in the bath and clean that for me, right? Cause I eating the rice and dry chicken that you got and that. You understand?
Right. Let the woman know that he intend to fill my belly and then fill my belly. Or he intend to fill my belly
Really
and fill your belly. It depends how we want to put it. Whatever thought would have got, right? But you would need to that foreplay, that's build the anticipation.
But gentlemen,
the problem is if you get home and woman tired, well then
all bets are off. But listen, I would tell you though, gentlemen, establish that connection first though.
Yeah.
Don't lead with that.
For sure.
Don't lead with that.
For sure. I don't want you just like a pervert.
Yeah, it don't come over sexy.
For sure. But yeah, folks, it's 16 minutes past the hour of 9 in Barbados and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. You are indeed watching the Senate podcast. This is episode 188 of the live streams. This is the Good Girl episode. Why are men choosing to be with good women who do right by them? And I hope we've done a fairly decent job of explaining this. Apparently, we have. Aston says we are on tonight.
Yeah, man.
So thank you very much, Aston, from a learned man like you. I will accept that. I am hoping that we got something from this episode tonight. We getting shut down a little earlier than normal because we want to record some more shorts for you guys and get back on that schedule and get things perking for you. But before we do that, again, we got some housekeeping business we need to do. Go up to the top of the chat, or Neil, I know if you want to repost them links there.
Yeah, that ain't no problem.
Yeah, we've been going G-Syndicate. We've been nominated for R&B Artist of the Year, and we've been shortlisted for R&B Artist of the Year and for a song Gin and Tonic remix featuring Mole, the Daddy, the Chief. That song has been nominated for R&B Song of the Year. So give R&B, hit the link there, see R&B Song of the Year up already. So you can click that, give us a vote. And I see now this is the poll for R&B Artist of the Year. You can click that, give us a vote so we can be one of the amongst the final nominees. And now here at the Senate podcast, we have been nominated, shortlisted. Can't remember which is.
We've been
shortlisted for Podcast of the Year. And I will say it again without fear, without equivocation, whatever. We are the most prolific podcast here in Barbados. There are a whole set. If you check the list, there are a lot of them. But none of them is producing content at the rate at which we produce it.
Quality content. That is important. We just ain't creating things. No, we bringing, we entertaining, educating, we making it something for one.
Yeah. And I'm saying that not to be boastful. It just is what it are until it turn, right? And we've slowed down in the past couple of months, schedules and all that, and we are still well ahead of most of the people who've been outlined as our competition. Big respects to the competition, nonetheless.
I was just about to say, because some of those guys like Top Productions and stuff like that.
Yeah, INO.
Men
is do good content.
Work.
So big respects to them. But hit the link, give us a vote for Podcast of the Year. Hopefully your boys will be rewarded for all the work that we put in. Again, we don't make a cent from this here, but in the day we make $1, we will consider it stealing.
Because we can enjoy it. Yeah, we love it. Yeah. And again, thank you
so much, Erica.
Yeah, thank you also very much for voting. Thank you also very much for supporting. Thank you very much for watching. We enjoy this because, well, one, we believe it's a topic worth talking about, or these topics are worth talking about. Two, we have fun. As you could tell, we bring a lot of levity to it and everything like that. We do the shorts, everything like that. We don't always want it to be serious and glum because we find humor in it there. And then we have very sick senses of humor, things that people find very serious, we laugh at. So, but we thank you all very much for rocking with us. We've been doing this here now February next month, boy. In a few days, we're going to be 2 years doing this. And it's time to up the thing. So we thank you all very much for the support. We thank you all very much for the love. And rocking with us. Sometimes some things we said are not easy. I'm glad to see Erica here because she, of course, we know some things we say we don't always agree on. But the important thing is that the discussion is being had. The important thing is that even if you don't agree with us on a topic or a few topics, fundamentally, you want to be a part of the conversation, right? Because trust me, at times, all three of me, Erica, and Derek, we had it ding dong. And, some of our best moments involved Erica. But the important thing is that Erica is here because she wants to be part of the conversation and she wants to come to some common ground. Because if you're looking for a man, because this is my thing, right? We say all the time, you want if you are wanting to be in a relationship with a man, you want to have that understanding of men. Why not go to men? Now, we ain't saying that we're speaking for all men, but we could give you a good barometer with the average man up there dealing with. Shoot, we could even give you a good barometer with the high top earners this deal with, because even though we don't earn a lot,
we aspiring.
We aspire, one, and two, the problems are all the same. So still always remember, ladies and gentlemen, we don't come here to be mean-spirited and to trigger. Well, sometimes we come to trigger, but the overall goal of it is, the overall goal of it is not to trigger. The reason why we started this is because we wanted a space that men could talk about the things, because nobody in this society cares about men. They don't. I say that with no fear in my heart, right?
Run up in the room.
Right.
No fear in your heart.
In all seriousness, nobody don't care about men. Nobody don't care. Nobody don't care, because you could see it. You could see it. Shoot, even in the red pill space, right? People talking about in the red pill space, and even that small community, people want to shut down simply because I want to hear about men. I want to hear about it. And I know about Derek, but I got a son, and I trying to make this world give him a little understanding, and he guide him so that in the end he can make better decisions that I did, because I want him to be better than me. So
yeah, man. Big up to all the people that voted. You see Erica saying I respect that you put yourselves out there and share. So easy vote. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Before we go any further too, let me remind you guys, May 6th, we got more information. Is save that date, May 6th.
May 6th.
More info to come, but save that date. We have something very special that we're putting together for you guys. May 6th, Kevin saved the date, Lee saved the date, and we going to give you more on that. But first, thank you so much for rocking with us tonight. We had a fairly interesting discussion, I find. And Neil, like, we don't make the rules, we just make sure you know what they are. Yeah, you can ignore reality all you want, but you can not ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Be the best version of you for you. We'll see you guys again soon. I assume we got some shorts coming, so you can look out for those in the next the rest of this week, right, Neil? Yeah, sweet. And also remember, folks.
Wait, you ain't gotta play it. Wait, hold on, brother. Hold on, bro. You gotta play that again, man.
Get Uncle in the crank.
There he is.
Yeah, man. We can see you later. Peace.
Peace.